Here's the farm, and once it's about 6 weeks that we got left here to prepare, stockpile, fix the place up, enough for people to live. But I'm gonna pan the other way. Here's the other part of the field. So you got the big trees there protecting, and there's another wall of trees like you just can't see. See this place? And it's getting better and better. God's creating it. There's corn on the left. Rice Lake Country Club is just down the road there. Grandpa sold all his land for 10 grand an acre, giving them a cheap deal. And they turned around and flipped it to a major developer, got over 21 million or something. I don't know. They don't really say, but there's some morning glories. Milkweed, Butterfly Club, her fan, if you're into that. I want to get bees, collect seeds right now, everybody. But if you're sensing something's coming up, it's really bad. If you guys are seeing the images I'm seeing of, like, it's just like Syria slaughtering people and children, women, everybody. It's just like that, but they're here. And they've been here. They've been dormant. I put that little flag up just in memory of Grandpa and Lynn, and then Rick Schmidt. They all passed on prior to us. And just last night, Grandma Ruby, her and Grandpa were out here when they first came to Iowa, or up, they wanted their own little place. But they didn't make it through marriage, but, they did the right thing and separate for the family, for kids' sake, so there's not abuse or yelling and screaming that they have to witness. But even the family, they have a lot of resentments towards my Grandma Ruby. But if it wasn't for my Grandma Ruby, I wouldn't have learned about God. I wouldn't have learned how to take care of myself, how to wash, how to bathe, how to cook. At age 7, I would have just been kind of like an animal. My mom was a Vietnam veteran, so was my dad. Major PTSD. Rick was a Army, National Guard, Vietnam, also veteran. Lynn, he didn't make it to maybe, 21, 22? Dolores kicked him out, said, get out, get out. He was hauling gas tanks in the back of his pickup, slipping his pickup, and then the gas seeped into his window, and he killed him in his sleep. Rick, I don't know if it was a murder, homicide, or if it was a suicide, but he was going through a divorce, having some problems, Came back here, tried to get help. Grandpa and Grandma Dolores, she was a remarried, wife after Ruby and them split. But she always, tried to take care of the place too. But they went down to Arkansas for the winter, and then they found Rick foot tied the anchor underneath a rowboat right in the middle, well, not even in the middle of the lake. This lake is a mud bottom lake. You just don't find them like you do. It's old. Some of them, they do say a lot of Indian. There's a lot of Indian stuff, spirit-wise here. I do want to tell you that much. I think I'll park over here in the shade. There's a lake house. But see, look at all this fixing we got to do. If anybody wants to help fix, volunteer, please come. You see, people just broke into the side of the barn there. They tried to get that sliding door, and then they let the sliding peel back. It's like, really? You people are disgusting, Get a job. If you can't get a job, well, then start writing. Do whatever God gave you as a gift, and that's how you make your money. You prosper, Don't give up on your dreams. Those are your dreams God gave you. Use your gifts. Don't rip off other people. Don't hurt other people. People are just trying to survive. We're all trying to survive with each other to lean on. We only have each other to lean on physically. Always we have God spiritually. Plenty of kitty cats to hunt mice. Tons of mice. They hunt them, raccoons at night, and then coyotes are out here. Deer sneak around at night too. So we gotta, maintain vermin. That's one big thing too. And here's the swing that Rick left. And I'm not sure who repaired it, Joe or Chuck. Maybe the last time he was here, the seat of the swing is way up there in the big tree. But they found it right out there in the lake, not even that far out, maybe 30 feet. This lake only gets about 15, 20 feet max. It's not that deep. You can actually walk across the whole thing. They just, this last couple years, drain it and then put a bunch of grass stuff to kill the carp. Even though they consider carp a delicacy in Europe, they smoke it. They just didn't like it. And then bullheads, I guess. And they stocked it with perch and something else, I'm not sure. But they have little fishing competitions in the spring. But this lake, like I said, you just don't find mud bottom lakes. And sometimes, don't jump off a dock into it. Your feet will stick and you'll drown. There's a couple lakes like that out in the East Coast. weird stuff has happened. Just kind of, it's kind of supernatural weirdness. But other than that, this place is very nice. I am going to offer a tobacco offering, hopefully before I leave today, just in case, because I think that's why there's a lot of activity in the lake house. But we need the lake house open for people to come in the next 6 weeks, September 28th. Like I said, we need time to repair. See, people try to break in all the time, like all these latches and screws and things, they're broke off, busted, or, the weather too damaged stuff. Mold, or a termite, or something, you always got to constantly maintain. There's a well here to get water. There's multiple buildings that can be fixed up and used as well. We can also build. We have plenty of land for gardening. We have plenty of land for hunting. God has basically told me in my mind, He wants this place, I'm supposed to help fix it up, prepare it for what's coming, and it's a safe place. It's going to be a place for refuge. Yes, it's coming 6 weeks. Keep your faith. If you don't believe, if you're skeptical, ask God for signs. Ask God for signs. Even if you just read the Bible 5 minutes out of one day, that's 5 minutes, then you had more than the day before. And then it starts to become a habit after 3 days, or 21 days. 3 weeks, it becomes a habit. And you'll just want to read more and more and more. It's just unreal. And you always hear exactly what you need to hear from the Bible. Just randomly flip open a page. Maybe close your eyes for a second, and when you open it, when your finger hits the page, guess what? It's perfect, and it heals you. Even if it's stuff you may have read when you were a kid, you just don't remember that stuff, or maybe it didn't apply back then, or maybe you didn't know what it meant. Reread it, or go over those little scripture books, these little psalms and quotes, and just anything. Get your hands on it. If you have a good heart, you have faith in each other. We need to unite together. All good men will unite and prepare ourselves for what's coming. All good men will come together to serve our country. Remember that. I wrote that as a child. Unite. All good men will unite to serve our country. I said it 3 times. I wrote it 3 times. My mom even had it on a piece of paper, and now I got to frame it. But yeah, God's been sending me things as a child. And we got so much to be thankful for. I'd like to put bees there, if I could. Butterflies and dragonflies. I even saw an albino dragonfly when it came the other day. I never seen an albino dragonfly. It was huge. Oh, and the Pope. I got to get all of the Pope, you guys. I have gifts for him, too. I'm thinking it's to help restore the Catholic faith. Or, the faith in Catholic Church is bad. Like, nobody believes anymore. They're all just atheists. Well, we ain't going to get anywhere believing in nothing. That's kind of pointless. Give me a break. Let's just believe in nothing. Oh, then you're going to have nothing. Nothing equals nothing. It's exactly right. You know why? Because that's what Satan does. Satan doesn't care about you. And if you're against Christ, if you're Satanist or whatever, he doesn't care. He is like I've told my friend, he's like a rapist or a molester or a pedophile. Satan rapes people. He takes them out of their comfort zone, uses them, gets them alone, and then he takes them. He either kills them or they kill themselves, putting depression and weird things in their head, or drugs and violence or ideas of killing, something horrible, evil. Then they end up doing it, thinking they're all badass, whatever, excuse my swearing. I do swear, but sometimes it's just vocabulary. Anyway, Satan, when he's done with you, he throws you away. He doesn't care what happens to you if you go to jail or if you die. He could care less. He's under the hex. He's like, Satan fell from God's grace. Satan fell. He wants you to fall. So if you ever have scratches on you, like the number 1 or 3 scratches, see, look at people just come in and do whatever the hell they want. Break stuff open. And a little motorhome too. Over that way, there's a big sinkhole. So this thing almost went in it. But yeah, there's quicksand out on the south of Sugar Bowl Island. So my uncle wanted to develop that way or sell it really, I got millions of dollars in farms, machineries, like 6 different farms. How come you can't manage your money? Like, really, have your kids manage their own money. Quit being their bank. For one, they gotta have responsibility. There's a couple of tractor equipment things, stuff like that. This is another little bank part where a lot of garbage was thrown here, I guess, and we have a lot of, like bonfires. This area needs to be mowed. There was a dock here at one point. We'd like to get one or two or more. Or bring a boat out if you want a boat. We could build a dock together, anything. Like, you can even rent or keep it here. Although, I could help you maybe store it. But like I said, right now is the time. Everybody must prepare for what's coming. We have no time left. Time's out. Just consider time gone. We have 6 weeks. That's it. 6 weeks to prepare. Stockpile food, clothing, Band-Aids, seeds. Put the seeds in plastic containers. My Aunt Janelle took all my seeds and threw them in the basements. Well, then all the mice got in there and ate them all. So now, I gotta get tons more seeds. But we still have plenty, and I'm gonna plant some more things today. But look at these latches. My mom didn't know how to put a latch on a door. She didn't even ask for my help. So I gotta fix all this too. I know how to do all that. But then, here's another thing too. All my family took all the tools. Like all of Grandpa's good tools to do stuff and fix stuff, they took. I don't have to keep them, if they sold them, didn't want them ripped off, whatever. We need a few things out here so we can fix the stuff out here. I brought some tools of mine with, so thank God. I have a drill. I'll put my name on it too, I guess. But God gave us all these gifts here too, to prepare the way. Right now we gotta get the water well pump fixed. And it looks like the pressure gauge had been blown up. It's like little pieces. So that's what happened to my